Season 2 of the Pat and JT podcast.
Oh man, I'm here at last. The best time, always gonna be the best. Come on!
Exclusively on the Parkville Network.
Well, all right.
You nicely coined this as Bitchin' Monday, which is technically, as this episode drops, it's a Monday.
Right, I was taking inventory of what we're going to be talking about, and I'm like, whoa, we are in a mood today.
Well, Mercury is almost done retrograding, and we are about ready. We are about ready to get after it.
Definitely.
You can get to us on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. It's ITS Pat and JT. It's Pat and JT. Or texting. It's 402-403-9478. Randy Goodwin was on our podcast, him and Pat Stibbs, a couple days ago. We got this text from, I'm not sure exactly, Laura. It's from Laura. It says, hi, Pat. Thanks for the podcast today. The That's What She Said references. Snorted my protein shake out of my nose. I'm saying this with sarcasm in quotes, by the way.
Air quotes.
So that was very, very funny. Let's see. Okay, this is from Katie. It says, okay, Pat needs another dose of winter. WTF. If we get more winter, I'm blaming you and not entirely sure I'll be able to continue listening to your podcast. All grumpy faces. And then a random, just a cat head. I don't understand that one.
Well,
Katie,
that's when,
the emoji.
That's when you're hitting a whole bunch of grumpy
Just
faces. Because right next is the cat.
It's the cat. It's literally, it's like angry, cuss angry face, flip off, and then a cat. I don't understand that exactly. Right.
I love it. That's good. Okay.
Let's see. This is from... who is this? I'm not sure who this is from. Anyway, 402-403-9478. That's our number. It says, you guys, I think I text you too much, but I don't even care. Don't give your number to the public if you don't want excessive text.
That's
okay,
right.
Fine, fair enough.
I love them. You can text anytime.
Keep going. This is actually Jennifer. It says, Pat, your story this morning about being home and ruining everyone's morning killed me. I was laughing so hard. I'm sorry for your car problems. My boyfriend usually leaves for work at 5:30 a.m., so I don't have to deal with him when my daughter and I are trying to leave by 6:45. However... he recently told me his work schedule has changed and he didn't have to go in so early. And then she has the sad kind of looking at the side face.
It's like, that's not what I signed up for.
He seemed excited though. I tried to pretend to be excited, like, yay, the family time.
Can have breakfast together.
But no, all caps. Mornings during the week are not family time. It is get out of my way so I can get my SHIT and get to work in time. Men just sometimes don't get it, even when they mean very well. Am I right? Okay, love you both.
Hilarious.
Thanks,
is that I don't know what TV show or commercial or what. It must have been a TV show, and you see it in the old TV shows in particular, where you had the family and dad going off to work and stay at home mom and she's making breakfast for the kids and coming downstairs to grab a bite.
And nobody's cussing or drinking.
Who does that?
No
because I mean, just even on my own. I'm trying to get out the door. My ideal is I'm out the door just a smudge, I'll say a smidge after 7, because I kind of miss, there's a sweet spot in there where I don't have to wait a long time at the light. And if I'm too early, I can't get out of my circle. And if I'm too late, oh God, it's all backed up. Anyway, so I'm trying to just hit that. And there is no sit down, butter my toast, have some jam, drink a cup of coffee, watch the birds.
And literally sitting
at
the table eating breakfast. It's an absolutely ridiculous theory. It's a ridiculous, not theory, but concept. That's
right. Do kids still, I mean, when they go to, in the mornings?
I have offered when I've got both kids there in the morning before school. Since now we have a little bit more freedom, I said, hey guys, this is awesome because I'll make eggs. You guys want eggs and toast. You can eat and get out of here. And they both look at me and they're like, no. Oh, we're going to grab a Pop-Tart and go.
You're going to be here?
Yeah. They'd rather grab a warm Pop-Tart and just go than sit down and eat breakfast.
Life, though, without having to deal with you in the mornings.
I know.
So, it's kind of like...
Yay. Well, I get Jennifer's like, I pretended to be happy. Yay. Family time. Like, yay.
No, that's not going to happen. But yeah, it always catches my eye when I see those, either the commercials where they're sitting down to breakfast or the kids come downstairs and mom and dad are sitting at the table eating.
Right. Even sitting at a table, even if it's by one person.
With a pile of toast in the middle of the
No.
What?
It makes no sense.
That doesn't happen.
If you're not cussing and burning stuff in the morning, you're not doing it right.
If you're not eating over the sink, you're not
doing it right. Eating it over a paper towel on the way to work, you're not doing it right. So come on,
Roll
America.
it up, stuff it in your bag.
Let's go.
God. All right, let's see what we got here. Since it is Bitchin' Monday, I had a customer service moment the other day. So I was looking for a couple items that I needed, and I wasn't in a familiar. I was in a part of town I'm not generally in, and so I was like, I need like a something less than Walmart because I didn't want to go to a Walmart just because I didn't want to have to deal with the
Like
parking
cheaper
lot.
than Walmart or just
Similar, but not as busy.
Like a big
Like a
lots.
hardware store.
Oh.
Big lots could probably work. I was just looking for a place where I could get a couple of things. One of them was a filter for the water filter that's on the sink, right? We don't have like bottled water or something as well. We do, but
Which, for the record, I'd be good with drinking out of a hose. So that's all for you. I really don't care.
I've shown you what's in that screen.
I don't
when
care.
clean it.
I still don't care. I'm the
can
one that
chew it.
I keep touching my face all the time, and you keep
That's
telling me
true,
to not
too.
touch my face. I obviously don't care.
I don't care.
That's on you. If you
I
wanted-
needed a new filter because it was blinking red
Go
at
get
me.
after it.
So I'm trying to find the new filter, and so I asked my assistant on my phone to find me the closest place and call it, and it did. So I'm driving because I'm like, okay, I'm only like 2 miles or a mile from this place. It's
Yeah.
right up the street. And it calls, and a girl gets on the phone, and I said, this is what I'm looking for. Do you guys carry these? I don't, depends on the brand. And I said, okay, well, this is the brand. Oh, well, I'm going to have to go look on the shelf. We have a limited supply.
Oh,
How does that, that has nothing to do with me.
right. Just say, hang on 1 second. I'll go check for you.
Yeah, give me just a second. Let me check.
Which one? Do you feel bad for her? Should I go back
Right.
and check? Right.
And so I said, you know what? Don't worry about it. I'll call somebody who's got more time.
Ooh. Passive aggressive.
And
Zoink.
I hung up.
No, you didn't. You hit the.
I
You
hit-
tapped the
that's
screen, so it's not aggressive. I
unsatisfying.
know.
And it's funny to me is that on the screen for my phone, when I go to hang up, it's literally a handset, like
Yeah.
old school handset that you had on a phone that was a landline.
Yeah.
That's still the
That's like
sign
a universal sign.
for phone.
I wish there was an app or something you could buy to put on your phone that when you hang up, you have the option to aggressively hang up and go clank, 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 and then it disconnects.
But yeah, because it is very unsatisfying that you can't hang up on somebody. You just disconnect.
And especially somebody like that where it's like, I called you to do business with you and you don't have time.
Yeah.
So did you call the place? Did you find a filter?
And tell me all your problems about fulfilling what you proposed to be
Right.
offering.
Right.
That's what you're there for. You're a store.
Customer service to buy stuff.
So there's that.
Whip your vision into shape right there, yo, with Kugler Vision. We love that they're a supporter of our podcast.
Absolutely. They've got some great things that are happening on their website. If you haven't been there recently at kuglervision.com, it already was so user-friendly. If you'd thought about having any of the procedures done, and so many different procedures. It's not just one procedure, one size fits all. But interestingly, you'll find over 600 five-star patient reviews, which is amazing. The number
Right.
of people that are taking advantage and saying, you know what? 2020 is going to be my year. And I think there were a couple of them that were talking about making improvements, that 2020 is the year, right?
Yep.
That they're ready to go. And one of
Absolutely.
the first ones was vision.
I said what Gary said too. Dr. Kugler's office is amazing. They are amazing
is.
because you have cookies and they have delicious like flavored waters.
They
and,
do.
Oh, and then they're also great doctors too.
And that too, don't
Yeah.
forget. They said that the staff made the procedure a breeze. That's from Natalia. I especially enjoyed the surgery prep in a massage chair, covered
come
by a
on.
blanket, drinking some tea. I was relaxed, anxiety gone. I wish I'd done this years sooner. Now, to make it even simpler, you can text them. The number to text is 72000. You want to text C Omaha, 2 words, to 72000. I did that. And you will get back a response that will first ask you to confirm. So I text back yes. And then it sent me a link. And when you go to the page, it of course welcomes you. And then it's got some real quick questions about what it is that you're looking for. And then I got a follow-up phone call real quick. And super nice. Nicole called, and she's there just to make sure that you got the information you wanted. And if you had any further questions, she was there to help you out.
Get that consultation now at Kugler Vision. You can also go to kuglervision.com.
And tell them Pat and JT sent you. Then another thing that popped up was an email or a post or something. I don't know. But this is where grammar police come in. And I need somebody to clarify. Either I'm way off base here,
Okay.
or this is just this is a problem. I see it all the time. I hear it all the time. And it's nails on chalkboard to me. Hear it or see it. But when I see it in an official government document, and I'm not going to say what person, what office, it doesn't matter. But it had to do with one of the two parties. And all it was the sentence was, his most valuable role is to try and unify the party. To me, that should say, is to try to unify the party.
That feels better.
Because you're not going to try and unify.
You're trying
to unify the party.
Yeah.
But I see that happen all the time. Well, I'm going to try and do something, or I'm going to try and blank. I'm going to try and get there.
And I think
you're going to try to get there.
Like in conversations when you're talking quick, I think I probably say that too, because it just comes out, but it obviously doesn't sound right at all when you break it down.
Right?
Try to get
I'm
there.
going to try and stop by on the way. I'm going to try to stop by on the way.
Yeah. It's like the on accident, by accident sort of thing.
Oh, that drives me crazy too.
Me too.
Yeah. Yeah. It does mean, oh my God. And so while I was looking that one up, I got sidetracked. That's why I don't know if that's correct or not. I got sidetracked to another one, which made me giggle.
What does Grammarly say? I mean, you're a big Grammarly user.
I didn't test Grammarly on that.
Okay.
This was something that I saw.
You going to try and do that later? Anyway, go ahead. Sorry.
Is the use of would've, could've, should've, instead of should have, would have, could have.
You mean the contractions v the two words?
Actually using the word would of. I would have stopped by. I would have stopped by, or would have apostrophe VE.
Yeah.
But they'll type out coulda, or coulda I can go with, because coulda to me is just slang. You know, end it with an A. Woulda,
and
coulda.
I guess when you say would have, I guess in my mind I never because I know that would of isn't right, but
It's
when
a
you say it, it
contraction.
sounds like would have.
Two words.
Right.
Would of instead of would have.
If you say would of anyway, it doesn't even make sense.
I know we're really in the weeds on that one.
Right,
I know.
that's
It's just the little things that drive you crazy.
Pretty deep.
Like the princess and the pea.
That's
It's the
why-
little things that make you nuts.
That's why it's bitchin' Friday, Monday, whatever.
First bitchin' Monday. Let's see. And then I had a Meghan Markle story I wanted to grab too. Because you knew this was coming sooner or later. Because and they did go back for a family thing of some sort.
They're almost done, right? End of March, they kind of have to stop using the word royal in any of their branding.
Yeah. And there was
down.
a snarky little note that Harry had posted something about that. While nobody owns the rights to the word royal, you know, we're going to abide by grandmama's wishes.
Well,
or
obviously
something.
they do, otherwise you wouldn't abide by grandmama's
Right?
wishes.
So they can't use Sussex Royal,
Yeah.
and something else, the Royal Highness or their other titles, whatever. But you might remember Meghan Markle was first known as Rachel Zane on Suits.
Yes, I do remember that. It wasn't a bad show, actually.
It really wasn't.
It's a good show.
It was easy to watch. It was it wasn't a real thinker.
Right. Right.
And the guys were cute. And she'd show up every once in a while. And I'm sure the guys were like, and then Megan was on.
Yeah.
But anyway, there's speculation about having her come back on the show. She has never officially asked she hasn't been officially asked to return to the show, but there have been some whispers among the cast and the people of the show. Money apparently is not a motivator for her, considering the fact that they're going to have to pay for their own security one of these days, because they can't keep relying on Canada to pay for everything.
Canada's done at the end of March. I read that last week. They're done at the end of March.
I think that the Canadians
So it's time
are
to
like,
get a ring and it's time to get a Nest security system. Guys, I'm just saying, hashtag Pat and JT promo code 20% off. Just use it.
we'll send it to you.
We will. We'll
Send you the
it to
link.
you. Yeah.
A German cosmetics company has offered $5 million for her return for one episode, a 5-second cameo.
For $5 million, $1 million a second?
Yeah. They are a Botox company.
So
by the
why
way.
wouldn't she do that?
I don't know. And apparently she's a huge user of their products.
Wow, do it.
And addressing NBC Universal, a company that aired Suits, the company tweeted that they would pay the fee for product placement on the show.
Wow.
So $5 million.
Do it.
And it said, we are again offering you $5 million for a 5-second appearance of Meghan Markle with our Botox on your TV series Suits. Please check our offer with her agent. And then they're added. All the ats are on there. And it's the first time apparently she's been asked publicly to revive her role.
Well, I'm sure that agent's pushing for it because I think since she's become a royal, the agent probably hasn't seen a lot of scratch from
What's
her.
the commission? Yeah, right.
So
commission on
if
5
it's
mil.
10% maybe, agents 7 to 10%. I mean, that's
Could be.
a lot.
There's a chance, but it's believed that she's trying to get back into acting since they're now going to be like regular folk.
Probably.
Get
Think
her
she should.
get her a gig.
You got to pay for the security. You got to pay for childcare. Daycare is expensive unless you find an in-home one, but still expensive.
Right?
Yeah.
Full-time nanny. I don't know. They're definitely not allowed to dip into the royal funds anymore.
At least for another year. Then they're going to go back and revisit it. So we'll see.
We'll see
how those
by then.
conversations
I
go.
just have this feeling, and I've seen a few conversations about it, that it's going to be one of the two is going to cave, and it'll probably be Harry. But they're okay. You want to hear the real
Oh, here we go.
deep state on this?
And it's actually about 4 minutes ago thinking this in the back of my head. I think, oh God, please don't go down the rabbit hole. Don't go down the rabbit hole. And then all of a sudden you're walking in the pasture and there you go. You see a rabbit hole. You dive in.
The reason why this was allowed to happen, so several say it's because he's 7th or 8th in line to the throne. So the chances that he would be
A lot would have to happen before.
A lot would have to happen if he was going to end up being the king.
Yep.
But the persistent rumors that he actually is not royal, that Charles is not his dad. And if you've seen the pictures of her security guard, Diana's security guard back in the day after right?
It's Harry, exactly.
Seriously.
So 100%. And that's they've been talking about that for a long time.
Right?
Yeah,
that he's not. And so he's been given a little bit longer leash than some of the others that they kept close. Thus we had the party in the Las Vegas hotel room with phone video, that came back and got released, and other things that have happened in his life that never would have happened to any of the others. And that there is some
totally makes sense. I'm sorry. It totally makes sense.
And this comes from one of the dailies in Britain. And Britain has got 10 papers that are all just trash, and they're awesome. And it's like the Mirror is probably the most well known. Yeah. But there's others that are the same way, and that's where that kind of came from, was the talk about the fact, because it's been persistent talk over the years, and then the reason why this happened so easily too, because of Andrew. Also, it took the light off of Andrew, and it really wasn't a big deal because he's not really a royal. Mm-hmm. He doesn't have the blood, and so. His kids won't either. And so let him move to Canada.
There's your wormhole deep state update. The deep state update.
So now I'm going to take off my tinfoil hat.
Throw it away.
Put that away.
I'm sorry. This is just enough truth to that to be very interesting.
That's why I love the internet.
I know. Oh my God.
Yeah.
Okay. So if you have any other theories as to why that is, you can tweet them into us. It's Pat and JT. Instagram and Facebook, it's Pat and JT. Or text 402-403-9478. And like we said a couple episodes ago, hey@Pat and JT. If you want to old school, email us.
Email us.
We'll do that as well.
Yeah. Why not?
Happy Bitchin' Monday.
Pat and JT Podcast, a part